Okay, so today I'm going to go ahead and go over a Cisco ASA password removal tutorial for y'all. The great part about this method is using this method you'll be able to use your original startup configuration. So essentially what you're doing is you're changing the config, booting it to bypass the startup configuration, then you're loading your original startup configuration, rebooting, and then removing the password and changing the config and rebooting again. So it sounds a little more complex than it actually is, but it's really simple to do. So one thing first though, before I get started with y'all, I want to let y'all see what I'm doing real quick. So I'm opening a community forum and a website, and it's going to be based on enterprise level networking and hardware administration, ethical hacking, and pen testing. And also you can go ahead and get your tutorials, reviews, and news there. So anyway, just go ahead and head over the site. Let me know what y'all think. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to want to go ahead and connect the console cable through Cisco ASA Firewall. Now, if you're on Windows, what's going to happen is as soon as you connect the console cable to the Cisco ASA Firewall on your computer, Windows is going to register the driver, and it's going to pop up and it's going to assign a COM port number. Now to get that COM port number, you're going to go ahead and go to Device Manager and just go ahead and get the number that's right here, right next to the USB serial port cable that you inserted. The naming scheme is going to be a little different depending on the brand and make of your serial cable. Okay, so after you do that, you're going to want to go ahead and open Putty if you're on Windows. If you're on Linux, you can go ahead and look at the bottom of the YouTube description. There should be a link to my site with a text-based tutorial. So you're going to pull up Putty, GUI-based, and you're going to fill in the correct information. So you're going to go over here and click Serial. You're going to put the COM number right here. You're going to put the COM speed. Now, for most Cisco devices, it's a 9600 baud rate. So you're going to put 9600 here, check serial here, COM1, and you're just going to go ahead and click Open. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to bring you up a little screen with a little green cursor right there. Now, it's not going to do anything until you turn on the Cisco ASA Firewall. So as soon as you go ahead and turn on the Cisco, it's going to start posting up here. And when it starts posting, you're going to want to go ahead and use either escape or the pause break key. With some devices, you have to do a different combination, like control and then hold the pause break, or shift and hit the pause break. But generally, you can just hit pause break on these or escape, and that'll work too. So after it boots into Raman mode, you're going to go ahead and change the config value. Now what you're doing is this is the startup configuration that's in the non-volatile memory. So what you're doing, okay, anyway, let's go ahead and reboot it now since we entered config 0x41. So we're going to go ahead and enter enable mode now by typing EN and then press enter. And then you're going to type the password. So like I said, for me, it was no password. And then we're going to go ahead and pull the old startup configuration into memory. So we're going to type in copy startup-config space running-config, enter. Now we've pulled it into memory. Now you're going to notice that the name at the bottom has changed again from Cisco ASA back to the original device name from whoever said it before. So now we're going to go ahead and change that password in that startup configuration file by entering configure terminal, which is Cisco's global configuration. And then you're going to type in enable password Cisco. So what you're doing here is you're changing the enabled password to Cisco. Now, on certain Cisco devices, it might be a little different. But in general, for all the Cisco ASA firewalls, this is it right here. I've done a lot of them, and this is generally the procedure for it. Sometimes one of the commands might be a little different because of an updated Cisco iOS file. So because the operating system might be updated, a little more updated on, maybe they switch the command so this command goes here first and that one. So if that's the case, you run into that problem, just do a quick Google. It's really easy to find it out. But this right here is generally how you do it for all the Cisco ASA firewalls. Okay, so we changed the password. Now what we're going to want to do is we're going to save that configuration file that we opened up and changed the password on. So to do that, skip through here. We're going to type in copy running config *-config. And what that command means is it's saying the configuration that's running right now that you made the change to, we're going to save that now to the startup config. Then you're going to go ahead and reboot, and let's skip past all this, and you're going to reboot, do the same procedure, pause, break, config 0x1, and you're just saying that I want to boot back into the original startup configuration now that I removed or set the password on. And reboot, and you're done. That was it. So essentially what I'm doing here is I'm going to be restructuring my hope to be business around tutorials, guides, news aggregation for the tech industry, and enterprise level hardware and networking administration. So if y'all like what I do, y'all can go ahead and visit my Patreon and support me on there. My goal is to eventually, after I get everything deployed across all the social media platforms and the website put up, I would like to raise enough money so I can hire a writer or two so I can make my own unique review content. Right now I'm doing the tutorials and the YouTube videos, but I would like to be able to hire a writer. So that way, instead of being a news aggregate to like Antech or TechSpot or Tom's Hardware, et cetera, I can go ahead and create my own content there and have people do some of the writing for me. So if y'all want to support me, just head over to my Patreon. If y'all want some high quality guides that give you step-by-step information, there's a text-based guide and then there's a YouTube-based guide. And I'll also be making guides later for Nginx web server, Gentoo Linux, Debian, Windows, overclocking. So if y'all would like to see some high quality guides or there's something that y'all want, just post a comment in there, or you can go ahead and get my email off the website and go ahead and send you an email of what y'all want to see, and I'll try to make that happen for y'all. All right. Thanks, y'all. I'm out.